Booyah. All right, we rolling, guys. Got the guy, Gabriel Freyre. He is back again. Had him, how long has it been now? Like at least a few months since the last time we did the
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah, it's been a little bit. Yeah, it's been a while for sure.
So we're chatting, and for you guys that are listening, whew, you guys might like this one. I was very
Mhm.
entertained by your post you put up because we're talking about bare knuckle fighting right now in particular, and
No, yeah.
I watched the last show that they had.
hmm
And matter of fact, when I turned it on, dude was fighting. What's the guy's name? The dude that
Uh,
like you're called out.
no, Brandon Lambert.
He's the tall dude with the crazy hair, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's him.
So what happened exactly? What happened?
Uh, Nothing really. He just conned all of BKFC into thinking he could fight. And he said he was 43, I think, 2-2 in Thailand. I mean, you can't find nothing on him. I mean, he swings a punch like somebody who's never threw a punch before. I don't want to hear about he wasn't in shape or sparring shape. He's just trash, man. He's literally a disgrace to the fight game. And then he's calling just everybody out, man. But he does have some clout right now, just because I guess of his mouth and what he's saying. And everybody in BKFC is letting him talk to make money. You know what I mean? But he's just a fake. He's a fraud. He's terrible, man. He can't fight for shit. Like not even a little bit. He can't even fight a little bit, man. And he's calling all these guys out. I just can't stand him. Like at first, when he started talking all this shit on social media, promoting himself, good for him. I did the same thing. But then he just kept going and going and going. Like, and the guy's just terrible. He's trash. He even said on this one talk show, which I think he's lying. He even lied about him having a brain tumor or something and having to teach himself how to talk again and walk again and fight. And what makes it fishy to me is the guy asked him when it happened, and he had to think about it. He was like, 2013 or 12 or yeah, something like that. I joined the army February 28, 2013. I remember the exact fucking day I joined the army. You know what I mean? If you had a brain tumor like that and you got to teach yourself, man, he just fucked up all the way around, talking about killing people and this and how bad he is. We seen how bad you are, motherfucker. You can't fight at all. Like not even like there's not even a little bit. Now he's in Puerto Rico with Elvin Brito and Chris Sorrow. I think I seen Britain there. He's trying to learn how to fight, but he's like the CM Punk of bare knuckle, man. You can't teach somebody just how to fight. It's not in him. I'll give him this. He has some balls because he actually did fight that night. If you
Yeah.
can step in the ring, you get respect. But man, fuck, he can't stop running his mouth, man. And 30 it's been a little bit, but over about probably 35 days ago, I got banned for 30 days because I just kind of called him out. And I told him that I reset his brain, have his jaw wired shut. You know what I mean? I'm not going to play with him like the other guy did. But and I got 30 days for it. And then I got back and I was like, man, fuck this. So I was like one of my first posts back. And he's just a bitch, man. He talks shit to everybody. He's just riding his own. I don't even know how he has a wave. But look, this show's kind of about him. So I mean, he's doing something, but he can't fight for shit. They're protecting the shit out of him because they're trying to make as much money as they can.
Have
It,
you like try to reach out to like bare knuckle and try to get a fight with him?
yeah, actually, I did. Somebody told me that they have plans for him, and that's what they said, that they got plans for him. Like they're just because he has some type of, I don't know how, just because of his mouth, I guess, but he has some type of following. So they're trying to use that, I guess, for ticket sales maybe, or to build him up so much. How people like hate his ass so much, so everybody buys it to watch him get beat up again. But man, like I said, he's a disgrace to the game. I don't care. He's a disgrace to a fighter. I mean, he's playing fighting. He's never done it before. I seen that he did a big weight cut and his like ankles and feet started swelling. It's from like major dehydration, and he didn't even know what that was. Like he doesn't know shit about fighting, and he's going around saying like he's like the bastard of bare knuckle, this and that. He keeps calling out all these big names, and I mean, he shouldn't even be on their undercard. He shouldn't even be on ESPN Plus. He shouldn't fight. He can't fight for shit, but he's calling everybody out. he just pissed me off. Like I would knock him the fuck out. I told him, well, in that post that you read, that if I didn't knock him out in the first round, I'd give him my whole fight purse. Like BKFC, I'll fight that motherfucker for free. Like he cannot fight and he needs his mouth shut. He needs it closed. He needs to get knocked the fuck out because in his last fight, he fucking gave up. He got tired after throwing five, he can't throw a punch, man. I guess he's trying to learn now, but he got tired and then he got hit in the back of the head, dropped and started covering himself up, just looking for a way out of the fight. He didn't want to be in there, man. So I don't know, dude. He's just, to me, a disgrace to the game. He shouldn't even be here. And people's trying to help him learn how to fight, but they ain't going to help him. He's just going to get his ass whooped again. Whoever he fights, I'd love to fight him. and plus me being, I'm actually 0-2 pro MMA. And for me being that I took fights I shouldn't have took, but I took them, you know what I mean? Fuck, I don't care. But I would beat the piss out of him. And that wouldn't do no good for BKFC for him to lose to somebody like me. So I don't know if I'd ever be able to fight him. I mean, it'd be a good test maybe for them in their eyes. I don't know, to see if he can actually fight at all. But I'll put his brains on the canvas, man. There's just different people in this world. He's not one of them. He's just a mouth.
Well, the way I see it, bro, man, with social media and the fact that he's, even though he lost that fight or whatever,
he did.
Still talking about him, talking about him, you know what I mean? And like, I think anybody has the potential, especially if you do know how to fight. I've seen you fight, bro. You can fight. I just feel like if you can make enough noise and if you could fight, I think you can get in to BKFC. This is my personal opinion. I don't see.
Thanks. I mean, I can make noise, and I definitely can fight. He's made noise, and he can't fight. And I don't understand how he conned him into thinking that he could fight. I mean, they gave him a shark. They're like, all right, we've heard your mouth enough here. Fight this guy. You know, they gave him one of their sharks, and he got his. Like, it wasn't even. You've seen it. It was terrible. But now he's still trying to build his name. He's calling out Tyler Goodjohn and somebody else. But he's trying to get these high-profile fights, and he's not even a low-profile fighter. Like, I don't. You know what I mean? And then he calls everybody out. And then the people that actually want to fight him, he just like makes fun of them. Oh, you're trying to steal my clout, this and that. But let me fight this big name. Let me fight that big name. He's sitting there riding Tyler Goodjohn's coattails. Just all he does, he calls him out every post he has. Like, the dude's just trash, man. And I just love to fuck. People want to fight him because he can't fight. He's an embarrassment. That's why people want to fight him. He goes in here talking all this shit like he's this guy, but he's not even nowhere near that guy. And it just pisses people, like real fighters, off. You know what I mean? Like, I can't stand that. Some people get a kick out of it. I don't. I think it's shit, man.
Are you gonna watch the BKFC that's coming up this Friday?
Oh, for sure, Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. Man.
Who do you got in the main event? Garcia against Joe Elmore.
Man, Elmore can take a beating, dude. He can still go. You know what I mean? He can take a shot, and I don't know, man. He's tough. I don't know. I'd say probably Elmore outlasts him, man. Garcia can fight it.
That's what I see. I've noticed with Garcia. I mean, obviously has a chin. Everybody knows this. It's what he's known for. He takes a hit. He doesn't care. He just keeps fighting. But I do notice when he does start getting hit, he gets really wild. And
Garcia or Elmore?
Garcia.
Okay.
When he gets hit, he starts throwing, wild punches, whatever. And I watch Elmore's fights. If he gets hit, he doesn't care, but he still stays a little more technically sound, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does. He stays there, yeah.
So that's why I think he's gonna win.
Yeah.
We'll see. It's bare knuckle.
Yeah, it is. A lot of things can happen. Another thing too, when Chop's fighting Reggie, I'd like Reggie to win because I think he is going to win. But I mean, all boxers come in here like Paulie did, and they think it's easy, like oh man, I can box better than these guys. Well, the thing, it's the pace that's pushed, man. It's a fast pace, a street fight pace. Boxers like to get back. They like to compose themselves, throw, but
get the rhythm and stuff, right?
Pick their shots. There is no rhythm in bare knuckle.
Yeah.
And shit, one guy even got in trouble for trying to back up or stall. They got him for stalling one of the early cards, since he didn't stay in there and fight in the middle. He was because of using movement that they penalized him for. I think Dave Feldman even came out. I can't remember. But yeah, they're made to fight, man. Like when Britain fought Paige, you know what I mean? Like Paige wanted it. To me, I didn't think she took the pressure well, man. Like she's not that type of fighter. She needs to pick her shots. You know what I mean? A lot of people are like that. They can't just go in there and brawl. And like the brawlers are doing it big in BKFC because they don't need that time. You know what I mean? The brawlers are doing big because they just go out there and fucking fight, and then their punches will land. Because if you're brawling with somebody, you leave yourself susceptible to shots. But the boxers, they try to stay safe, it doesn't work out too well for them.
Yeah, it's boxing / brawling, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, but a true boxer, it won't do well in bare knuckle, which we've seen. I mean, Artem lost Paulie lost to Artem, and I don't think Artem's the best fighter either. He reminds me of Adam from Real Steel, the little robot. But yeah, I'm not gonna say nothing from Artem. He's in there fighting and brawling, but you seen Paulie in there. What was he, a 2-weight world champion? And he lost, man.
He lost, bro.
Even though he fought, he did mess his hand up. But I even lost money in that fight because this was before I even really paid too much attention. But now, I won't pick a boxer in a bare knuckle fight. They're not used to that pace. They're not used to not being just going in there and throwing. You know what I mean? They try to keep their energy, try to stay focused. They can't do that in there. You got to fucking fight somebody in bare knuckle. You can't just circle around and get your distance, get your rhythm. You got to toe that line, man, and throw until somebody drops. That's what they want, at least, and they'll push for that unless it's the main event. But it's all politics, man.
That's why. What's her face? Christine Faria.
Oh, I like her. She's cool too.
That's why she does so well. She's really good technically, but she jumps right in the pocket, bro, and she's down to just make it a war.
You got to.
She doesn't sit back and just try to be just technical, like make it a boxing. Okay, I'm gonna execute my jab.
Yeah.
Bro,
you gotta
fifth gear. She goes fifth gear.
you gotta train yourself for fifth gear for 2 straight minutes.
That's it.
You know what I mean? And then you get your little break, and then fifth gear again. You gotta train yourself to be able to go all out. Because if you can't go all out in bare knuckle, you're not gonna. Well, you might. Some people might be able to stall with you, and you might have a little fight like that, but they're not gonna like that. You know what I mean? They want you to go in there and fucking butt heads fight. So, yeah. Yeah, man.
Shit, that's a lot, man. Well, man, hopefully I could push this to them. I think that'd be cool to see somebody like you jump in there and fight dude or whatever.
Oh gosh, man, I'd love to. Tell them, yeah, they've watched this, and I'm friends with a lot of the matchmakers too. But man, I'll fucking bet him. Well, I can sign a contract and bet him if I don't knock you out in the first round, I'll give you my check. You know what I mean? Like, I'll do that. I don't care to, man, because he's ass, man. I mean, like I said, I called him a paper trash can, man. Imagine how good that would do. Then that's him. You know what I mean? So he's terrible. I can't believe he's getting all this shit, and then just people are backing him. Well, fuck. He's gonna get knocked stupid, and then you're never gonna hear from him again. You know what I mean? Or he'll try, but
yeah.
Oh yeah, I'd kill him, dude. I'd love to.
It's fucking awesome, bro. All right, man. Well,
hey, congratulations with your stuff too. My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off with your acting and everything going on, dude. Good shit, dude.
It's bro, it's a grind. It's a forever grind.
Yeah.
Just like MMA, bro. Like, you know how you're making your way up in the regional scene.
Mm-hmm.
And then boom, the bigger shows in particular, like if it's Bellator or like maybe UFC, they'll call you up. But the equivalent to that is like, okay, the network shows are giving you an opportunity now, or like a bigger movie with names in it. to give you an opportunity. But once you get there, you're not really celebrating. It's like, okay, now we're starting.
Yeah, the real work begins. Yeah.
And that's kind of where I'm at, bro, on a real world. Like I've done all these years, dude, smaller roles, independent films, studying my ass off, going to audition, not getting audition.
It's rough, dude. It's rough.
Yeah. Bro, it's crazy. So now like some people are like, how did you do it? Like, just because you might barely getting to know who I am now, it's like, bro, I've been doing this for years. I just putting in the work, bro.
Yeah. I mean, you talked before, man, about like I used to model a little bit back in the day, and I just know how it is, dude. Your portfolio has to be huge, and not just that. It's got to have carry weight. You know what I mean? And it's rough. Yeah, for sure.
I book a big TV role, and then I talk to my agent the next week, and he's like, "How was it?" And I'm like, "Bro, it was fun." Blah blah blah. This and that. He's like, "All right, I'm gonna need these types of headshots now." So you know what I mean? It's like there's really no time to sit and pop the champagne bottle.
No.
There's not.
No, there ain't.
It is what it is, bro. Like people see like the carpets and like the picture, and I think it's glamorous, bro. This shit's hard, bro, and I don't stop.
Nah, yeah, hell yeah. Well, shit, and keep it up, man. And even though you're just opening that door, man, you finally got it open. You know what I mean? Right. Fucking burst through that bitch. You know.
In the meantime, bro, like I like connecting with you guys, the fighters, and you know, it's all kind of hand in hand now, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fighters in movies and fighters doing stunts, and you guys have this marquee value that's very entertaining. You see a lot of actors at the UFC or at the bare knuckle.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? You saw Shaq there at the last BKFC, bro.
Yeah. Everybody loves a fight, man.
That's it. So, bro, let's keep grinding, bro, and
oh yeah,
I'll put this out, bro, and I'll tag you and everything, bro.
For sure, man. God bless you, bro.
All right, bro. We'll chat again.
Keep doing you. Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you.
See you.